Hello. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, this is going to be a relatively short video because I want to go back to playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I hadn't played those games in like a freaking decade. Anyways, besides that point, there's this one thing that's been on my mind for a bit that said I was going to talk about at one point, but never did. And now, several months later, I've decided that now is going to do it. Not because I couldn't think of anything else, but because I wanted to. It was because I couldn't think of anything else. And that is my main problem with the Isekai genre. And if you don't know what Isekai is, that is the genre in which you die, you come back to life in a new world, or you get teleported to a new world. It's all about going from Earth to not Earth, and you getting dope powers and shit. So, it's that dope powers part and some other things. But let me just get into what I don't like about the one thing that I really don't like about Isekai genre. The Isekai genre. Yeah, I'm not great at transitioning, so I'll just walk off the screen. So, the main thing that most people would say that they hate about Isekai is that it starts to feel samey after a while. You know, you read one, you've read 100. But that's not my main problem. I'm perfectly fine with that, and it's okay for me. The problem that I dislike, the main thing that I dislike is the Isekai genre that is sort of set in video game land. Like, oh man, this seems really similar to the video game that I played. Or, hey, this is the game that I'm playing, but now I'm in it. So, yeah. But that's not the problem. The problem that I always have in it is that there's no real progression in all of them. Like, for powers or anything. Like, you have this world that is essentially based like a video game, but instead of having the characters level up and grow, you have them be max level right away. You have them have all their goddamn abilities right away. And then you have them be able to bitch slap anything that comes in their way. How is, like, at this point, whenever I pick up a new Isekai genre that is Isekai manga that is based off of sort of video game type logic, I usually just do it because I'm like, okay, let's see how much they either fucked up or is it an interesting concept. Most times it's the same thing over and over again. It bothers me because you literally could write an entire story about them leveling up, being like, we're gonna go face the final boss that always had brought us trouble. We're gonna be able to do that raid. But then you fucking don't. You give them the max power right away. You give them god tier items right away. And you don't make them earn it. Like, there's no fucking earning it. That's the problem that I have with Isekai, is that majority of the time you do not fucking see them work. And if you do, it's only for like a few chapters. Granted, at the very least they showed them working. But at the other points, I'm just like, show something. Just stop giving them for something that they don't fucking deserve. Like, there's the video that I did for one, Death March to a something Rhapsody. 1 second. It's Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. This one, for instance, is a good example. Main character fucking is a programmer. He works at a game developer company. I think he's a game dev in it. Fucking gets teleported into the world. He's younger, of course. They're all fucking teenagers. And he proceeds to drop 3 fucking meteors on an entire army, gets boop, max level. And then proceeds to not really have any trouble for the entire thing. Granted, I don't know if that's the case, but for the majority of the fucking story, you have a character that literally does not need to fucking try. That's not okay. Granted, some of them and I really do mean some of them, are able to do that, but give them a different sort of trying to figure out their powers, and I guess that's the best way that they can think of, instead of like slowly doling them out and giving an actual good fucking story. No, I feel like they're the Isekai writers are the people that play fucking video games and then they don't fucking like doing the shitty fucking grinding. No one likes doing that. Well, I do. But no, it's fun, it's relaxing, it makes me think about other things. But fucking goddamn, why is it that they never fucking do this shit where it is able to progress in a normal, like, feeling? It's always like, well, you're max level now, go have fun, you're going to defeat the bad guy now. I never feel a sense of progression. At the very least, sometimes they have it where characters are understanding their powers, but for the most part, I don't ever feel like they're actually learning all that much. There's never been a time where I'm like, God damn, they just... It kind of kills the momentum of it. If your characters aren't having trouble, they're not going through adversity. If they're not going through adversity, you don't feel like there's any real danger. There's no real sense of foreboding of what is happening. A good one that does this pretty well, and I don't have to reach too far, is in So I'm a Spider, So What? The main character, who I can't remember her name. Shut up. So good. I love it. I can't remember what her name was. But the main character, she essentially has sort of video game logic type things, but she's a spider. But through, I think, volumes 1 through 6, you see her fucking work her ass off, work towards leveling up, work towards figuring out her abilities, work towards leveling and evolving to different spider types, and you actually feel happy when she does awesome things because she figures it out. She goes through the steps. She goes through everything that is possibly like needed to figure out what she needs to do. And I love that. I love that. It really means to feel like you are progressing. But if you have something like this where the main character gets fucking overpowered right away, this does not feel exciting. It feels more along the lines of, well, what overpowered fucking ability is he going to pull out of his ass now? Well, she, the main character, which I can't really remember her name and I don't have enough time to look through it, but Spider-chan, you feel like triumphant whenever she defeats enemies through using her wit and cunning through the different skills and abilities she has. That's what you need. Stop it with the fucking overpowered right away. Just fucking stop it. Tired of your shit? You're tired? I'm tired of your fucking shit, mangakas or light novel writers. Give your fucking stories a feel of progression. I'm gonna walk off screen now and end the video. Okay, that's the end of the video. This is a shorter one just because I want to go back to playing Mass Effect. But, and that's probably why I got the idea to finally talk about this. But, what do you think about this whole concept that I brought up? The whole fact that in Isekais, the main character is super overpowered right away and you don't feel like they have any sort of progression. And this is a main problem for Isekais. I'm not talking about any other ones, just specifically the Isekai genre. So, in the comments down below, write down your opinions on it and also anything that you don't like about the Isekai genre. I like reading it, but that doesn't mean that I like everything about it. So, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you dislike this video, go ahead. Think about hitting the like button instead. Or misclicking that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead, hit subscribe. I usually post once a week, though coming at me, and I post because of parents coming down, and I'm seeing them face to face in like a year. If you like to watch more of my content, down below you have different links to the different playlists that you can go watch. Yeah, that's it. I'm terrible at editing videos, so I'm just gonna walk off screen, go out, read more manga, stay safe. Bye!